Good morning. This is KELOLAND On The Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your weekend. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. Authorities on the Pine Ridge Reservation are asking for the public's help in finding the driver involved in a deadly hit-and-run crash. According to the Oglala Sioux Tribe Department of Public Safety, law enforcement responded to a report of an unresponsive male lying on a highway between Pine Ridge and White Clay late Friday afternoon. The victim later died at the hospital. Police are looking for an SUV, possibly an S10 Jimmy or a Blazer, manufactured between the years 1998 and 2004, with damage to the passenger side headlight and a grille possibly spray-painted black. You're asked to call the Oglala Sioux Tribe Dispatch if you have any information. Authorities in Yankton are investigating a grisly first murder of 2025. According to court documents, 32-year-old Craig Nichols Jr. is accused of killing 41-year-old Heather Bowden and cutting off her head late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. Her body was found by friends who came to check on her. Court documents say before Bowden was murdered, one of her friends told investigators Bowden texted her saying her boyfriend threatened her with a weapon.
Ultimately executed several search warrants, including at C.J. Nichols' apartment as well as at Heather Bowden's apartment. There have been a couple items taken into evidence that are sharp instruments that are under forensic review.
Among those items taken was a pair of pliers. Nichols is being held at a $500,000 cash bond with his next appearance scheduled for Wednesday. A devastating fire in Brookings last week not only destroyed a downtown business, but it also underscored a growing concern among volunteer fire departments across KELOLAND. Members of the Volga Fire Department were some of the first to respond on Monday morning's fire, but it wasn't long after arriving on the scene for them to realize the need for more volunteers. Volga's fire chief says one reason people may hesitate to volunteer at their local station is the concern about the time commitment. However, sometimes volunteering can be as simple as having an extra person to drive a fire truck.
People find out we have a lot of people that might be up there, a lot of members that are getting up there in age, and they're ready to retire. And part of the reason why they're not retiring is because we don't have the staff to fill them.
The Volga Fire Department says it's grateful for the community support it's received, but a top priority is recruiting more volunteers. Let's take our first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Adam Rutten in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. Cold weather across the board. Some locations, though, colder than others. We'll start in Sioux Falls with a view from our camera at Falls Park. We're at 3 degrees at the airport with a northeast wind at 9 miles per hour. One more weekend of the lights at the Falls Park. And if you are going to enjoy them this weekend, please be sure to bundle up. This is your heads up on that. From Falls Park to Aberdeen we go. It is 4 below zero with a beautiful sunrise all the same on our hands. A north wind at 10 miles per hour. In Pierre, 4 above zero though. East wind at 11 miles per hour. And out west in Rapid City, we are sitting at 11 with a little bit of fog as well out in the western portion of KELOLAND. Air temperatures at best are in the low to mid-teens. Rapid City to Valentine as well as Custer all at 11, 17 in Pine Ridge. It's downhill from there. 9 Spearfish and a Yankton, 3 for Faith, 1 in Mulbridge, 5 below though in Watertown and Sisseton, 6 below in Ortonville, 2 below Worthington, 2 above zero in Spencer over in northwestern Iowa. Then you factor in the wind, which isn't terrible. East River 5 to 10 miles per hour, then 10 to 15 miles per hour out of the western portions of South Dakota rather, but it's not going to matter regardless because it is just that cold. The end result, wind chills below zero this morning in many locations. It feels like it's minus 21 this morning in Aberdeen, minus 20 in Worthington, minus 16 in Brookings, a wind chill of minus 12 for Spencer and Sioux Falls, and Pierre, minus 17 in Mulbridge. The cold isn't going anywhere at first, but we try to get some improvement on the way. We'll talk about that along with updates on the winter weather advisories in place coming up in a little bit.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. Well, if you have a heart for helping young girls build confidence, life skills, and create friendships, there's an opportunity for you coming up. Girls on the Run is in need of coaches in nearly 30 communities across KELOLAND. Not only does this benefit the 3rd through 8th grade participants, but the coaches also gain from the experience.
At the end of the season, the girls become a team and they connect with one another and they see them grow outside and come out of their shell. And same with the coaches too. They get to build the connections with the girls and build their relationships with them as well.
There are usually 2 practices a week for 10 weeks. We posted information on how to become a coach here on KELOLAND.com. The Dakota Territory gun collectors are hosting the Big One Gun Show. It includes tables filled with guns and gear for hobbyists, hunters, and collectors at the W.H. Line Fairgrounds. Today's hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday's hours are 9 to 3. Admission is $10. AMC Collective in Sioux Falls is hosting a Snowy Owl Make and Take. Stop by anytime between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. to make an owl out of pine cones, felt, cotton, markers, and glue. All materials will be provided. The cost is $3 per owl. All Cats Rescue of Sioux Falls is hosting a New Year, New Kitty meet and greet. It's taking place starting at 11 a.m. at PetSmart on Louise Avenue. Lennox After Prom is hosting a craft and vendor fair from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Lennox High School. Admission is free. Great Bear Ski Valley is open for skiing and snowboarding from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. The Tubing Hill is open from 9 to 8:30 p.m. Laser tubing takes place from 9 to 11 p.m. The Stampede hockey team plays the Chicago Steel. The puck drops at the Denny Sanford Premier Center at 6:05. Tickets are available at the KELOLAND box office. And the Skyforce basketball team takes on the San Diego Clippers. Tip-off is at the Sanford Pentagon is 7:05. Adam?
Well, there are the winter weather advisories that you're going to see on your screen in just a moment for central, south central, western, and northwestern South Dakota, along with northern Nebraska. This goes until noon central, 11 a.m. Mountain Time Sunday. As we continue to see the snow move through, we'll get a couple of breaks now and again, but then redevelopment overnight into Sunday morning with the parent area of low pressure moving in from the Rockies and then sliding on down to the south and east. This is what we're seeing as of this morning. A band of snowfall peer up along the Cheyenne River, eventually into Buffalo and Bison, kind of trying to clip the Mobridge area while we're at it. Then between Winter and Mitchell, headed down along the river and headed toward Yankton as well. Sioux Falls points north right now, largely quiet, though for the former, we could see maybe a little bit of snow overnight, but not looking at much in the way of accumulation, if anything at all. And you'll see what I mean here with Futurecast. Again, we get a couple of breaks now and again. It's not going to be snowing constantly everywhere where we have that advisory in place, but watch what happens overnight. We do get that redevelopment overnight into early Sunday morning. Also worth noting, notice where all those arrows are coming in from the north. That is very cold, very dry air that's going to try and shunt this moisture to the south and west of areas like Aberdeen, Watertown, and Brookings. It's going to be the saving grace, keeping them out of all of this snow. But to the southeast, near and south of I-90, you could get a little bit of something towards Sioux Falls, even Yankton as well, an inch or two of accumulation before we are all done with this headed into Sunday morning. Then everybody gets in on the same thing. A lot of cold as we go through the second half of the weekend and even the start of next week for that matter. Still looking at 2 to 5, locally upward of 3 to 6 inches of snow in a couple of areas like Eagle Butte over toward Buffalo as well. And then Winter, Valentine, Phillip getting on that 2 to 5 range. Lesser amounts though, Spearfish to Pine Ridge, upward of 1 to 2 out that way. Same goes for Yankton. Could get in on a little bit of that as well. Less than an inch though once you hit Redfield, Aberdeen, Sioux Falls points north along I-29. And then into southwestern Minnesota as well. From there, we're going to watch the thermometer. Yes, it's going to be cold at first, but there is something to look forward to by the middle of January, where odds for above average temperatures are favored. Now, this isn't indicative of how warm it'll get. Keep in mind, averages in the mid to upper 20s, but we do at least have those better odds for any given day being above average, whether it's by a little or if it's by a lot. Highs today, though, not above average by a country mile. We're talking about single digits and teens above 0. That's without the wind chill, with overnight lows dropping tonight around, if not below 0. And again, these are air temperatures. Wind chills will likely be in the double digits below 0 in many locations, even with a lesser breeze in place. Here's your 7-day forecast. We'll stay cold through at least Tuesday in Sioux Falls with highs in the teens and lows on either side of 0. But 20s do come back for the second half of the week, which is a lot closer to average. We could also see a few flurries come around as we go into Friday and Friday night. In Aberdeen, a few flurries today and then again on Thursday. Single-digit highs for the weekend, teens through Tuesday. 20s come back, though, Wednesday into Friday, which, again, is a lot closer to average. In Pierre, we'll have snow likely today into the night. And we'll also have some pretty cold nights on the way as well. We do get back into the upper 20s, though, by the second half of the week, even near 30 by Thursday. Say that 5 times fast. And in Rapid City, we'll have snow likely as we go into the day and then into the night as well. Teens and 20s through Tuesday, but you will at least get back into the 30s by Wednesday and stay there headed into the end of the week. Stay warm, stay safe. Have a great day, everybody. For more of your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.